Let me ask you something. How do you heal from something you can't see? There's no bruises, no scars, no broken bones, but somehow you feel shattered on the inside. You second-guess yourself constantly. You apologize for things that weren't even your fault, and you flinch, not from a hand raised, but from a voice lowered. That is emotional abuse, and healing from it. It's not a straight road, it's not quick, and it's definitely not talked about enough. But today, we will. And by the end of this video, you'll understand not only what emotional abuse really is, but how to start rebuilding yourself from the inside out. Let's begin. Emotional abuse is psychological warfare in disguise. It's the manipulation, control, and gaslighting that erodes your sense of identity. Unlike physical abuse, it doesn't scream, it whispers, and those whispers tell you, you're too sensitive. No one else would love you. You're lucky I put up with you. It's not just being in a toxic relationship. It's being slowly conditioned to doubt your reality, your worth, and your ability to trust yourself. And here's the scary part. Most people don't even realize it's happening, because the abuser often appears charming, loving, even protective, until they're not. It's like buying a beautiful-looking cake, but when you cut into it, it's full of sawdust and broken glass. Looks great on Instagram, terrible for your emotional digestion. Okay, deep breath. If you saw yourself in any of that, don't panic. Recognition is the first step to healing. Now let's talk about what happens next. The first step to healing from emotional abuse. Tell yourself the truth. Not the version your abuser made you believe, but the real truth. You were hurt, you were manipulated, and none of it was your fault. It's tempting to minimize the damage. It wasn't that bad. They were just going through something. But healing doesn't happen in denial. It starts with validation. So look in the mirror and say it. I didn't deserve what happened to me. This isn't about blaming. It's about reclaiming your voice. Think of yourself like a cracked phone screen. You can still function, sure, but you need repair before you can swipe freely again. If this is hitting home, you're not alone. Subscribe to this channel for more content about healing, rebuilding your identity, and reclaiming your power. There's a whole community here waiting to walk this road with you. Next step, rebuilding the trust you lost in yourself. Emotional abuse disconnects you from your intuition. You stop trusting your gut. You doubt your feelings. You hesitate before every decision, thinking, what if I'm just overreacting again? To heal, you have to retrain your nervous system to feel safe with you again. Start small. Say no without explaining yourself. Set one boundary and stick to it. Write down moments when your gut was right, even if you ignored it. When I first started setting boundaries, I felt guilty, like I was being mean for protecting my peace. But then I realized, guilt is just a sign that you're breaking the pattern. And breaking that pattern is how you start to breathe again. Healing isn't about becoming who you were before the abuse. It's about becoming someone stronger, wiser, more aligned because of it. Now let's talk about rebuilding your life. After emotional abuse, love feels complicated. You might flinch when someone raises their voice, even if they're not angry. You might sabotage connections because you're scared of being controlled again. So how do you trust again? By first redefining what love means to you. Love is not confusion, fear, control, walking on eggshells. Love is respect, safety, clarity, freedom to be yourself. You don't need to rush into a new relationship. Fall in love with your solitude first. Take yourself on walks. Buy yourself flowers. Ask yourself how you feel and actually listen. Because the relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for every other one. You do not have to heal alone. Therapy, support groups, online communities, even trusted friends. Let others reflect the truth back to you when your own mirror feels foggy. Find people who say, "I believe you. I see you. You didn't imagine it." If someone says, "It's not that deep," when you talk about your trauma, it is, and they're not your people. Healing happens in safe spaces. Find your people and let them love the version of you that forgot how to love yourself. Here's the final truth. Healing from emotional abuse isn't linear. It's not Instagrammable. It's messy, hard, and real. But every boundary you set, every truth you speak, every time you choose peace over chaos, you're winning. So if no one told you today, you're not too sensitive, you're not dramatic, you're not broken, you're healing, and that's the bravest thing you'll ever do. If this video made you feel seen, heard, or understood, even a little, drop a comment below that says, "I'm reclaiming myself." Subscribe, hit that bell icon, and come back when you're ready to go deeper. Because healing isn't the end of the story. It's where your real story begins.